Hello, I'm Dr. Kirsten Hunter, clinical psychologist of 24 years, and I thought we could talk about couple therapy. What are the pros of going to couple therapy? What are the advantages? Why go? Why go to couple therapy? And I know a lot of couples that have really wanted their partners, individuals who wanted their partners to come along to couple therapy, and they're finding it hard to get them along. So maybe this will help. So here's the thing, I do a lot of couple therapy. I purposely don't exclusively do that because I like to stay fresh, but I sure do a lot. And I would say the pros, the advantages to couple therapy is that you're able to basically have a bit of a shopping list. We all have issues in our relationships that irritate us, that cause us stress, that upset us, or areas that if we were to get them on track, our world, our lives, our quality of our life would be even better. Obviously, with some sessions, some couples present with at a critical point where they're really in a bad way, and potentially they're going to be separating, or we've got one party that's wanting to separate and the other one's not wanting to. Some critical event has just happened and they're needing to work it through with some assistance. So, obviously that is paramount that they come along and see what can be done, because it's extremely tragic for a couple that have potential to work things through to not put in the time and effort and have that positive outcome that they usually both want, just because they haven't gone and reached out for some support and some extra help to get them there. So here we go. I think when couples present, they bring their shopping list. So their shopping list of all of the things that they would love to address, problems to fix, areas to improve, and both parties bring their shopping list. And I don't know how many other psychologists do this, but unless we've got a critical event that's the well and truly the focus, I get the couples to write down two things. First of all, a list of everything they would really love to improve and their personal irks, the things that are driving them nuts. So what's on their shopping list? But then I get them to write their list for what they think their partner would write on their list. What does their partner really want to change and improve? And that's a fascinating process to find out how aware they are of each other. And it can be quite astounding to find out that they really don't know where the other party's at. So that's a fantastic thing. So how wonderful to feel heard and to have those issues addressed and to have a safe space where you can work through them methodically. And if you could work through them on your own, you probably would have. So a bit of help's a good thing. The second is communication. And it's fascinating, a lot of people think that we come to sessions to learn to communicate, whereas I often find that one-on-one, the clients are very capable of communicating to me. I've just had this one fellow who is in a critical spot, and he hasn't spoken to his partner, to his wife, about his day-to-day, where he's at, his issues, his concern, his fears, his history, just for many, many, many years. And she's saying, well, you can't communicate. He comes into session and, obviously it's a safe space and I work hard with that. And he spends a whole hour pouring everything out. And he says that he hasn't said that many words to his wife for years accumulated. So often we can communicate, it's just that we get into a habit of not communicating. It's not the culture, or there's some barriers. We fear that person, with regard to how they're going to respond. Do we feel safe to open up? Or we also just get into a culture of like a very complacent habit of just life being on repeat and not sharing ourselves with our partner. So couple therapy can really be a reboot with regard to drawing that person out and just helping them to realize how imperative it is that both parties are aware of each other, support each other, issues are brought up, they're worked through so that the relationship's strengthening rather than deteriorating. So often we can communicate, but we're not. And then, of course, the third area is those people who just need a lot of help with communication. There might be one person who's more dominant and might have a good heart, but just is a steamroller, and they need to have some skills with listening. We might have people who are listening, but they don't communicate that they're listening, so the other person doesn't feel heard. So active listening is paraphrasing and communicating that you're listening so the other person feels heard. We might have people that really struggle to articulate their thoughts, articulate their feelings, and helping them to come forward. Maybe it's through courage and safety, maybe it's literally the skill set, maybe they're not very great at reflecting on themselves and being able to, if they don't know the information, they can't share it with their partner. So we well and truly spend time on communication. So we've got 3 areas. We've got the shopping list, a bit of an audit, go through the big issues, make the relationship stronger. 2, create a culture and a priority of using the communication skills we already have. Or 3, learn the communication skills if we're in a bit of a rut or we don't have them yet. So couple therapy is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and huge encouragement to those who have been wondering about it. If you want to have a voice, go to couple therapy. And if you're not really happy with the person you're seeing, if you don't resonate, find someone else, because it is an honor for your therapist to be brought into your world. And if you're not feeling confident and resonating with who they are, their approach, then it's probably not going to work. So, it's a pain in the butt to find someone, I know, but just make sure you've got someone that you feel really great about. It's really important. There's also counsellors, provisional psychologists, general psychologists, and clinical psychologists. So depending on the complexity of what you're presenting with, probably get more qualified people would be a good plan. All right, there you go. If you want to catch me online, my website, KirstenHunterAuthor.com, lots and lots of stuff on there. Need to update the blogs, but there's all sorts of stuff on there, podcasts and all sorts of stuff, books and everything, and Facebook and Instagram, Kirsten Hunter Author. Thanks so much.